Hello and welcome to EAE graduate project Dissonance. Dissonance is a 3D top-down narrative-driven adventure game where the player encounters supernatural anomalies and the player will have access to specialized equipment and use that to defeat their enemies. The player will play as an agent investigating a mysterious research facility. This is our current first level. Keep in mind that everything is still a work in progress. These documents are here to provide some background information as well as a vague direction for the player. The player will need a gadget to proceed, and different interesting gadgets are the essence of our mechanics. By turning on the flashlight, the player can stop the enemy temporarily, as long as the battery is not depleted. Here is the first trap encounter. Now the player can fight back against these enemies. After entering the tunnel-like structure, the player has discovered an underground facility with long narrow hallways and big showrooms. After picking up the document, we want to give the character a push and a goal to achieve. In this case, finding his brother, which is also part of our fragmented narrative. This big showroom is dangerous, with enemies all over the place. The player will have to find a way to get to the key in the middle of the room and unlock the door. Here is the new gadget reward for unlocking the door, a scanner. The scanner is able to reveal invisible objects. To enforce that idea, we have an invisible key that the player has to find using the scanner to unlock the next door. We are using the monologue to tell the player that the hallway is dangerous, and with the scanner that the player just picked up, it's another opportunity for the player to get to know the scanner. Here is a cinematic moment showing there are traps on the ground. When stepping on them, the trap will activate, damage anyone stepping on it. Here is our first boss. The player needs to use the scanner to see the invisible traps, and the player will need to figure out a way to use these traps to defeat the boss. Here are some highlights from the second loop, since it's still early in development. This is the place we introduce the magnet gadget. It can push and pull objects as well as magnetic enemies. Some of the objects can be used to smash down obstacles as shown here. Some, however, are one-time use only. These are magnetically activated bombs and enemy. They will detonate a short time after the player has pulled it with the magnet. Here is a small room that acts as a playground for the player to play around with the magnet. The player now can travel within the mountain valley by pulling themselves with the magnet. Here is an indoor level that challenges the player how they use the magnet. This is a jumping sequence for the player to get to use more of the polling function of the magnet, as well as the scanner. This is a cable card the player can use to travel back to the area before. Unfortunately, we're unable to show you the boss, but please expect it in the near future. This place is our gym. It is where we test out our mechanic, design, and art assets. We are a team of 11. Our team consists of 2 designers, 2 tech artists, 2 artists, 4 engineers, and 1 producer. Our work process is based around 2-week sprints. In each sprint, we set a goal, then we have pre-design team working on design research, engineers working on system building, mechanic building, bug fixes, artists working on art concept and art asset creation, and we all work together communicating to achieve that goal. We are aiming to have the game finished and published by the end of April 2022. Please look forward to play the game on Steam and Edge. Now, if you are interested in playing our game, you can go to our itch.io page and play our current build. We thank you for your involvement and welcome your feedbacks. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment on our itch page, and you can find our contact information there as well. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.